folks. I am back again with the Philco 60, the 1934 Philco 60. So the last time we just went through and just did a peek underneath to see what had been worked on and what had been changed, and there is a lot. There is a lot that's been worked on. So maybe we can tilt this a little more. There we go. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, there's a couple of replacement electrolytics. This one appears to still be in circuit. So I don't know if these are one each. That's got two coming out of it. So maybe that's just a ground. And that's the, I'll have to double check. I've got the schematic. I did pull it out. It's right here. I printed a copy of it. But yeah, we've got the two electrolytics. We've got these caps that have been replaced. There's one down here that's been replaced. And this big one, this, what is it, metallized capacitor here. These resistors look like replacements. I'm not sure about any of the rest. So I've kind of only glanced here and there at the schematic. So the first thing that I'm planning on doing today is we're going to take a look at the transformer just to make sure it's not shorted. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So yeah, transformer is here. So we got one winding here and the other one out here. So one is connected to the power cord. I believe that's that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and clip onto there. And the other one goes somewhere. I'm going to have to, I think, where did I trace it out to? I was looking at this earlier. Now I got to try and remember. Where did that go? So I've got my multimeter here. Oh, where was that? So this goes down here. Yeah, I think it goes right. I think it goes to this switch. Yes. So if I turn it off, nope. Let me try the other side. No. But yeah, it goes there. I think. Or was it? It might have been this side of the power switch. Yeah, okay, it was that side, right. So on the schematic, it says that is 10.8 ohms. I'm getting 10.1. What happens if I... Okay, so that doesn't change. Just to be sure, yeah. So that might be, that seems close enough. So that's good. So we have the other winding to do, which is this one here. And this one is on one side of the rectifier, the 80. That's this tube, is it not? Yes. So, it's one side of this tube. Alright, there we go. That one's right. Okay, so which side of the tube is that? Let me take a look. Actually, it just goes around. Am I able to just... No, this would just measure. So what am I getting? 300? That might just be the... I'm getting 328. If this is right, 275 is what that says. And then 2 ohms and 2 ohms. Actually, yeah, 2 ohms and 2 ohms. So I'm getting 328, 329 there. Let me see. I know this goes out to other places. There. And it was one of these. Yeah, I got 194 on that one, which I don't get continuity. But I do get resistance. So what was that other spot? I need to put the light further down. Okay. So where are we at? Is it this one? I got a 0.2 on that one. Point two. 0.2. Point 0.3 and 194 is there, yeah. So I'm not quite sure if that's close enough. I mean, I'm getting resistance, which means that, as far as I can tell, the transformer isn't bad, or it hasn't, you know, blown open or anything like that. So good sign to start with. Just looking over the schematic again. That looks right. So, you know what? I think that might be okay. The next thing we're going to take a look at is there's this capacitor, 0.015 microfarad, that comes off the power cord right to the transformer. Is that the one in the block here? Where does this brown wire go? Goes to here. So it goes from that switch to that switch, right? Let me check for continuity on that. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. And then, yeah, okay. And then when it's off, nope, that's on either way. other side of the switch. Okay, so it does, that goes to there. All right, still, yeah, looking over the, so yeah, that one, that capacitor goes to ground. So where is that? Because which side of the power cord is this? Okay, this is the side, okay, that's the switch. So it's on this side. And it goes to ground. Where's... Oh, this one. Yeah, okay, so that goes directly. So it is probably one inside that block there. Because that's the only other capacitor, yep, that I can see anywhere around there. And then there's the two electrolytics, and there's only two in here, so that must be a ground. What is this? That's a 10, and this is a... I can't see... a 10, okay. So, they have definitely replaced both electrolytics, so I don't have to worry about that from the looks of it. I mean, I'm going to replace these myself, but I don't think they really like kept anything in circuit or messed with anything else. They did replace both electrolytic cans, which I think, as we saw last time, are these two, which clearly one had been replaced in the past. Oh, neat. That just kind of comes out. And yeah, this one's original. Now, it may very well be easier to just cut that out and take that off, but I don't think I'm really going to need to do that. Oh, this plug is in the way. So before I do anything, I am definitely going to replace those electrolytics. So let's take a look. 10 microfarads these are 450 volts. What's the closest I got? So we were looking at, what was it, 33s at 450? All right, yeah, a pair of 33s. So I am just gonna, first of all, figure out, this is the negative, right? Let me look at the schematic to be sure. It goes to waxy. Yeah, that goes down there. Yeah, I know. Okay, that is the negative. So yeah. So this is the negative. So I'm going to cut the positive side out. And cut the positive side out. All right, need we get a couple of alligator clips. Okay, I'm back. I found my alligator clips. So I've got them hooked up. I've got the two caps just kind of outside at the moment. We're going to move some stuff out of the way. I've got one of the caps I'm watching with the multimeter here. I wonder if I can set that up where it can be seen. So, and I'm going to put it on the ISO vac and very, very, very slowly bring it up while very closely monitoring the amp output of it. If anything at all looks wrong, I will stop immediately. So make sure everything's off, make sure the radio's, let's turn the radio on. Let's take care of that. Voltage. Okay, so ISOVAC is live. Can I get, maybe I can get both of these in here. No, all right, let's see, what can I do here? Okay, that might do it. Okay, that sounds just me touching things. Okay. What am I at? About 20. All right, no DC voltage on that one. Oh, maybe. Is that a... Okay, 1.5. Let's just let it sit for a while and see if anything starts to climb. Okay, I'm at about 50 volts. I do have, oh, I have a pilot light. There is a pilot light. That's great. Oh, this is all good signs so far. And I'm at what is that, probably about, yeah, about 9 volts. Oh, it is climbing up to 9. What am I at, 50? Up to about 60. Not hearing anything yet. We do have a pilot light. I can only see one tube and I don't see it glowing. But again, we're going to let it sit here just for a moment as it builds to 45 volts. Okay. So it's coming up. Okay, it's pulling, what is that, about 1/4 of an amp? These are good signs so far. Okay, what am I at, 60? I was at 70. Take it up to 80. And it's drawing about 1/2 amp now. And what are we at, 129 volts DC on there? No signs of life other than that pilot light. Nothing out of the speaker, at least. I did not check the output transformer on the speaker. The speaker could very well be bad. But we'll shake it up a little bit more. All right, do I have any glow in the tubes? Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. Do I hear anything? All right, we're at about 3/4 of an amp, 190 volts on the DC. And what are we at, 100 volts AC? Yeah. So, we probably should have heard something by now. And of course, I don't want to reach Even though I'm using an isolation transformer, I'm always overly cautious, so I don't want to reach for just some random So do I have a knob that's gonna fit? I do not. So, can I get one of those knobs without getting anywhere near it? Okay, yeah, that's... I'm really hoping the, Okay, the tubes are hot, so they are working. So the problem might be, yeah... I don't remember which switch is which. One of these is tone, like high and low, but one is radio and shortwave. I also don't have an antenna hooked up to it. But let me... I'm going to take it up to 110. But that's as high as I'm going. About 3/4 of an amp, 215 volts. 450 might be more than necessary on that, but that's okay. Okay, so I know the tubes. Tubes are warm, pilot light's on. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, you're climbing still, aren't you? Is that 220 now? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go any higher. I think what I want to do is change out a bunch of the capacitors. I'm going to put in the electrolytics. Maybe see if I have something more reasonable. I am going to change out those black plastic capacitors that replaced, what I assume would have replaced like paper, and then I am going to see about replacing all the ones inside those like Bakelite molds. So all a good sign. There are signs of life. It's not outputting any sound, but I need to check the speaker. So let's go ahead. We're gonna shut that off, turn that all the way down, and unplug it. Almost dropped my multimeter there. I am gonna let those capacitors discharge before I do anything else, but so far all good signs of life. I should check the speaker windings. Let me see if I can do that. I don't even know. What is it supposed to be? Where is the speaker? Is that, let's see, 0.1 ohm on one side and 400 on the other? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I got a 0.4 on that one, which, where were we? Let me see. I think that was a 0.01 ohm on that side, so that might be okay. Now let me see if I can get to the other side. Oh, I don't really see an easy way. Okay, yeah, this is not the easiest. That is okay. I will check that out in a bit. I will be back and probably wrap up this video. I think I'm going to put in the electrolytics and stop there for the day. So let me check this speaker. Back. I'm going to do this. So 400 ohms on the speaker winding, which, as you can see, is spot on. For the 0.1, let me see. Let's see, I get, what was that, 14? That seems, what else do we have here? That does seem high. That's a 0.01 ohm. But I was getting like 0.4 on the other, so I think the speaker transformer is actually fine. I think that's good. So, something else may be our culprit here. So let me put this back gently. Gently. There we go. But yeah, we get dialight. The tubes are heating up. I just get no audio. There could be something wrong with the switch between shortwave and broadcast. Could just be a bad tube somewhere, maybe. Since this is a transformer set, not a series strung set, it could just be a bad tube. I don't know if I have replacements for this. I'm gonna have to look around. So everything is unconnected, right? Yep. Okay, good. No dangerous electricity. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that down and take a look. Move these knobs out of the way. There could very well be. There are two spots here in the cables. It could be wired wrong for all I know. Or just a break in it. See, because it looks like maybe, yeah, the wire started to break apart here and someone just taped it. Yep, that's what it would appear. So there's there's another here that could well be a corrosion or break. So I may end up having to... Well, someone actually did use heat shrink on there, so I might have to check continuity across this cable and make some splices in it or replace it. That could be the issue, but we have pretty good signs so far. That's what it's looking like. There is signs of life. It's not dead. In fact, it's very much alive from the looks of it. So I am gonna look a little more into it, see if I can test this cable. Actually, we'll do that next video. Like I said, this video, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and swap out these electrolytics. Are you still warm? No, okay. So yeah, we did have the dial light going. We've got, see, I don't even know if that's properly connected. I think I do have a 42. I have a 42. I don't know what these other two are. 3 are. But let me... Oh yeah, this one comes up from inside there. That's why. Put that tube shield down. That it. I need to look over the schematic again. and double check some things, because I thought they were only the two electrolytics in here, but I might have the wrong schematic because there are several different versions of this radio, and I thought I had the right one. That doesn't mean I do. Where's the 42? Right there. So, do I see anything that looks like an electrolytic? Oh yeah, the 42 is the output tube, so it could be a bad 42 tube. Yeah, I don't see anything on here that looks like a third electrolytic. I'm gonna have to look at a few different versions of these schematics then, and see if I can find one that has this. Because I'm not sure, I'm not even sure if that is an electrolytic capacitor. I don't know, oops, what that is. It does not, maybe, I don't know. I think that might be this. I think that's what that coil is, right? Because there's two. No, that's those, isn't it? There's a detector. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep looking over and just make sure I've got the right schematic and everything like that. Yeah, everything's a good sign. So let's go ahead. We're gonna replace those electrolytics. Let me get my alligator clip off of there. Put you back there. Oh yeah. So that's probably what I will probably end up J-hooking these, but I also want some shrink tubing. Now this one. Where's that go to? That's here there. Let's reach. Yeah, there. So let's see. Around 6. Okay, it's not going to it. I think it's close. Let's see if I can. Right, that's good. Might go. Let's go this way. Should be okay. There we go. There. I know it's right. Okay. Well, keep going. Okay, is that on there well? Yes, excellent. Okay. Okay, so I've got the electrolytics replaced. I'm probably going to cut that or speed that up, because that... that's probably not very entertaining to watch. Cool. So those are swapped. Yeah, I wonder... Ugh. Yeah, it makes me wonder if this 42 tube is any good. I'm going to have to look up how to test it, because I don't think this is going to fit in my tube tester. Anyway, I think that's all for today. So this is going to be the second episode on this Philco. Yeah, this is a good sign. We got signs of life. Stuff is happening. This is all good. Oh, you know what? Should that be connected to another IF can? I wonder if that could be an issue. I have to take those off from the bottom, don't I? Anyway, that's it for today. We'll be back with this in a bit. So, see y'all. So, I tried a new 42 tube, because I'm lucky enough to have had a couple on hand. And yeah,